Grinding, boys. First one to chat gets a golden egg. Is it gonna be me? Gotcha. It was me. Start Twitch. All right. Cool. Dead stream. Where everybody at? Everybody stuck in traffic? All right. Yo! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good day today. My name is Michael. Welcome in, welcome one, welcome all. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. I wonder if we're gonna end up like, I wait for more people to get in here so we can have some discussion. I forgot to ask you guys some stuff. Oh, hey, let me give the doggo a pet. What the dog doing? Let me give the dog some love. Let me give the dog some love here. Oh, yes. Head scratch. That feels good. Oh, yes. Behind the ear. All right. Yo. Bono. Little funky bass line here. Hey. Ooh, gotta keep right there rocking. Right there, rock that. Just feel that vibe and just sit in that groove right there. Sit in that groove. And kind of get a little bit more wave to it. Get those shoulders going. Yo, what's going on, everybody? All right, enough of that. Chill. You don't want to be demonetized here for these shoulders. Gotta relax. All right, hope you guys are having a good day today. Welcome back into the stream. Today is going to be a good day as we are going to be... Sir, yes, sir. Hey, Sylvia. Got them shoulders going. How's it going, everybody? All right. Relax. We don't want to get out of breath now from all this dancing. All right. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Today is going to be fun because we are going to finally get the images and write that portion of the project, and I think that'll kind of be like the gist of the web scraper. So then we can start to move on to some other stuff. So part one, semi-done, like for the most part. Like we have like a working thing that we can always add more stuff on, add more attributes to detect whatnot. Not good at a lot of reading due for school. You gotta like take a reading test. Is it like tested reading? Will they know if you read? Hey, but that reading is where all that knowledge is. You gotta do that reading. All right. Okay, here we go, everybody. Today at work, what do we do today at work? I built basically synthetic urine. The thing is it doesn't have like the proteins in it that make it like odorous, really though, right? So it's fairly like clean stuff. It's kind of like, it's just, so I have two different portions of it, one that's hot and one that's not hot, meaning that one that is basically like a pregnant bull. It's positive for the certain hormones that I put in it, and then one is not, and one's something else. One's more of like a kind of more like a clean, just yeah, that's kind of it. That's the best way I can kind of explain it. Pretty cool. Yeah, so wrapping that up here, kind of just submitted my samples to Microbial, and I'm moving on probably to the next project here, which is another easier one for me, and then I think I do another hard one after that. I specialize in this really difficult one that I kind of do over and over again, but it's so large scale that it takes me about 3 months to complete from start to finish in my portion alone, let alone planning and then the filling and quality control. So it's like a 6-month ordeal, or like honestly, but like probably like a whole year ordeal from like the very start. But I build one, and then I have like, while it's going through quality control, there's a little bit of a down period where I build kind of some easier stuff. Like I just churn, because I'm pretty productive, so I can just churn out some easy stuff pretty quick. So I just churn out some easier products pretty quickly, one right after another, and then I get back on this big one again, and then I chunk away at it when it comes back around. I do it about like once a quarter, it seems like. It's coming to 3 times a year or so. About. Alrighty. Welcome in, everybody. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, my name is Michael. I'm 26 years old. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry. And I work as a formulation chemist for a biotech company where I make biological controls that are used in like patient diagnostics. For instance, like if you are getting samples ran against patient samples at a physician's office for various diseases or things like that, or testing for certain levels of proteins and abnormalities, you want to know what is healthy and what's not, you would run against my samples, and I would be able to help you out as a physician. So it's pretty cool. I've been doing that for about 4 years now. I'm kind of a mid-level scientist too, kind of more approaching the senior level, as I've kind of more adapted my programming skills into my work, as well as I just kind of am building kind of our hardest, most difficult products on the product line, and I do them pretty independently. So we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm kind of apprehensive to move forward much anymore, because the further you go, unfortunately, in this field of biotech and corporate, like big corporate, right? I'm not gonna share who my company is, but you can infer and go to my LinkedIn and see. It's pretty public that way. But it's very large, and so the way that you progress, unfortunately, they don't like utilize your skills like in the laboratory and in science. They start to transition you into like a business person, which is like, I don't know, like you just start to sit in on more like purchasing meetings. I mean, you're providing like professional opinions which are super necessary to, provide the support to get the products, going. But you the further you go, man, it just starts pointing towards middle management, product management, and you're getting taken away out of actually doing lab work. But the annoying part is the lab work. That's I'm actually physically making the products, but technically speaking, like from the chain all the way up from where I am, at least in my department, for manufacturing, right, formulations. Like I'm kind of we're at like the bottom of the chain, and so the only way to really like actually go up and make those big San Francisco bucks is that you gotta go to middle management, dude. It's just like, what the H? No one wants to do that. Like, we're trying to code, we're trying to build cool things, we're trying to build like biotech limb softwares that could run on microscopes and run on pH meters automatically and sync across all your devices and do whatever. Like, that's what I could do. But like, they didn't want me, Tim. They didn't want me. We got denied. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Insomniac says Harder Ones is going to be working on real DB, writing SQL queries and fetching and updating database at smart production level. Yeah, if we implement the SQL, right now we're just doing JSON, so we can maybe try to convert this over to like branch off and try to work on converting over to like SQLite, but it's not really like super. I mean, it would definitely be helpful, right, and easily to merge with the linkage of the IDs as our keys between the tables in our schema, but it's a lot of work. JSON's so much easier. At least I bet you SQLite, once you just build with it over and over again, it probably just becomes very easy to start with that, honestly. Let's keep on reading some chats. Tim, give me some, Tim jabbing at me. Mike, one of the IT officers in demand on a software engineer role. See how you can prove yourself in software. Yeah, so we're kind of, I don't know, like we're employed, we're doing well, but we're kind of like stuck in like a rock and a hard place. We're like, I don't know, like it's really so difficult when it's kind of out of your hands, and all you can do is just kind of practice your skills. So I really don't have an answer. If you guys have any opinions about the current job markets or what you guys are doing for applying for work and stuff, let us know your stories, your horror stories. They're always fun to read on chat here. We can we'll write our project today and have a chill stream. How about where we talk and just like write code and talk and hang out and watch some videos if you want. We've been working real hard lately and turning out this project. Actually, like, I'm pretty proud that I'm not proud that I've let my MIT 60002 just die off. I haven't done that in like 4 days. But you need to do that again. We're gonna have to do some this weekend. We gotta do a session this weekend. But I've just been this project's been a lot of fun, dude. That's what I'm telling you. It's like you guys are really like not enjoying what you're doing with programming. You gotta find a project. Like that's what everybody says, but it's so true. Like, it's just find a project that you actually enjoy sitting down and doing. Like I'm spending my free time. I could be playing Counter-Strike right now. I haven't played in over like a week and a half, for real. Because I've been having fun coding. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So I wanted to take an opportunity to actually go through our code, kind of line by line here, and read over it so we know. I know, Tim, we're so close. And kind of so we know what's going on, right? And then we can comment it out as well. So we can kind of keep a tab on what's going on, right? So our Depop scrape function here runs, and we load used item numbers into the database. So load from database. So these are the things that are loaded, right? So these are used, in use, BRC, IDs, for current products. Present / past products. Present, current. Show me who you think you are. The present and the past. Get out of here, man. Okay, so we load products. So, this is from our database, our product database. So products are loaded from the database. Currently JSON format of BRC ID and product, right? All right, so we open up a browser of Chrome. This is pretty simple. Browser open. We create a new context of this browser, and then we open up a new page and we name that home page. We set this page open, we say page open, right? And then we go to the link. And link here is this guy out front. So I'm going to remove this out here and clean this up. Set link here. Oop. Okay. Browser, yes, we open and link open. Okay, so then as we go throughout this page and scroll to the bottom, we check responses during these asynchronous tasks, right? So we scroll to the bottom while we're checking responses as the scroll is taking place. Okay. Once the scroll completes, we print scroll complete. Retrieve. Wait, did I spell retrieve? Oh my gosh. Okay. Scroll to the bottom of the page to load all the products in the DOM. Okay. Now we have Depop listing.items. So this is check response. So let's go to the check response function here. So check response we have response and we get the URL of the response. So this is like a JSON object, or just like a response object, and it has a URL attribute that we're extracting out, and we're just saving that as URL. Not super necessary, but kind of just for clean purposes, right? So if there's a sold or product in the URL, right, then we're going. Now we could refine this to make these a little bit more definitive, but this does work for now. But yes, there is kind of a little bit of a hiccup in the terms that we are creating, products for repeated products. Well, actually, no. I actually wrote this in yesterday. I forgot. So I wrote in this little catch here. So I'll get there when we get there. So chill, Mike, chill. So get the URL of the response, and then we take the current length of the Depop listings. So the Depop listings are what's currently housing all the products that are listed on Depop, like that we have found, right? Now currently, there might not be any, right? So at the start, there's 0 Depop listings. But as we go, you're going to see that we're going to add our products into Depop listings, and we will output into our terminal the increases, and we're taking the length at the every check response function, and then we're also taking the length at the end, and we're just printing out the difference, so we can show you how many new products we found within that check response scroll, right? So as we scroll, we're getting new network responses, we're retrieving those, intercepting them, and then we're parsing out the data from them asynchronously, right? And so this is all happening at kind of at the same time. And so so as we go, right, each scroll, we're going to get a chunk of products, and then we're going to scroll a little bit more, we're going to get a chunk of more products, and we're going to chunk more. And then sometimes we might, you might be thinking, well, what if we scroll a little bit and the last the last 6 products become the first 6 products of the next chunk we receive. So we have a little bit of overlap between our network responses, right? Because scrolls aren't just like definitive chunks, they're variable. They have, they can be on partial products. You can see kind of half of it or whatnot. And so what I did to combat this, and so we're not doing more processing than really necessary. Now it's not super relevant really, but for doing this for a lot of products, it could just help. Any little improvement we make, could benefit us in the long run. So I'm trying to think of those now as a good engineer that we're wanting to be, right? Imposter engineer here. And we're trying to optimize, and think of those things in advance, but, be smart about it. So what I did was then to deal with the overlapping between network responses for items as the scroll is kind of partially done instead of just chunks of scroll, we add products in, but then we just do a little check. So is that product already in our Depop listing, right? Nothing's changed between the response that we got a millisecond ago and the response we got now, right, between the product. So we can just check if it's already there and already been created and generated, and then if it is, let's just move on and forget that one. And then so we can just go ahead and make the product for all the products that aren't caught by this little flag. And these products are generated and then added to Depop listings, where the Depop ID, right, is the key and the product itself is the value. Now I did this so we could utilize this check here. Now I could have done like a set for the individual product itself, but it's okay. I converted it over to this kind of format, Depop listings, because I wanted to utilize the Depop ID, I think. Can't remember why I did it, but oh well. Okay, so today we're going to do the images. Now, I've been avoiding these for a while, but I've been doing some research on getting images and what they might, look like, and I don't think it's actually that hard. Now, what I think is going on is that the images are being sent in binary, right? They're being sent in their binary format to save space or whatnot. Whatever. And so when we retrieve them, we're going to get a bunch of ones and zeros for these values that are going to be, retrieved. Now, let's go take a peek. Okay, so we have images here. So I think I want to grab the largest width one. They're all the same size. Okay. And we got, okay, so then let's see if there's an item that has like multiple pictures. Like this one has 3. Okay, cool. Let's take this one. So this one's got 3 images. The American Vintage Women's Black and White Shirt. So do we get, when you hover on it, you only see the 2, right? The preview and then the hover. Now, if we click on this, do we get all 3? No. Oh, so that's the hover overlay. Okay, so then let's just go to network. Let's go to here. We get this. So then if I visit this site, so we'll visit this. Okay, so that's that one, P8. P8. Okay, so you do get all of the photos in the response. Good. Then here's another one of P8. Nice. Okay. Now, is there any actually difference in these photos? Right, is there any actually difference in quality? That's a good one to test between the different sizings. Okay, so they just reduce it down for you. Go ahead and chat with the almighty orb here and say, I have a question regarding my Depop scraper. Currently I'm trying to work on extracting out the photos from the network responses, and they are giving me in HTTPS links with .jpgs. Given media photos.depop.com with their name and whatnot. Now they give me all of the images. They also give me different sizing, such as 150, 210, 320, 480, 640, 960, and 1280. For my purposes, I'm thinking I could probably just get the 1280 one, the largest, and then scale it down for smaller devices rather than sending all at once to save space on my end. Or is there any benefit? Is it really that big of a deal, or is it really not that much size to have all these different sized photos? See what they say. This comes down to trade-offs between storage, bandwidth, and rendering flexibility. Let's break it down. Grabbing all sizes versus one size. If you grab all sizes, you'll have control over serving the right size to different devices. No need to rescale images later, you can just serve the size closest to what's needed. Faster page loads for mobile users since you don't push the full 128 pixel image when there's only one 320 pixel one. Extra storage, you're holding 67 copies of the same image. Extra bandwidth during scraping since you're downloading multiple versions of the same photo. If you grab only the largest, you simplifies the pipeline, one canonical image per product. Smaller storage footprint. You can always generate thumbnails locally if needed. Responsible resizing scaling might be slower on mobile devices. What's the real size impact? JPEGs at 1280 aren't huge, often 400 per photo. If each listing has, say, 5 photos, that's 2 megabytes per product. So 1,000 probably is about 2 gigs. So very manageable. Yeah, it agrees with me. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Where's the chats, you guys? What's going on with you guys? Everybody's so quiet today. Where's everybody at? Sad face. I'll put on TTS so you guys are inclined to chat. Okay. So do you have the width open? So then let me ask you one question.
VSS schoolwork.
Don't show me code, but do you have to with open? You have to.
Or says grinding Osser's law.
The HTTPS link of the JPEG, or is it requests dot get? Can't with open the HTTPS link with open because only for local files, remote, the request.get URL. Versions of raw response, you can grab the binary data and save it locally with open right now. Okay, that's right. Okay, sweet, we got it. So I'm glad we're thinking about this. We came up with a solution, we asked about it, and then it said, yeah, that's a great solution. Nice. Okay, let's code. Okay, so this is not going to be that hard because we kind of already got the basic structure set up here. So during the check response function, we have a response, right? And we have the response JSON here. Which are all the products. And so then we have all of the products here. So let's see, pricing. So it has a pictures, which is a list of dictionaries for all the pictures. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. This will be kind of annoying. All right, but whatever. We got this. Okay, I gotta just code. I gotta stop this. Okay, so we're going over every product already here. And so we're accessing here. So we can say images is equals to um, parse images. Okay, and then we're going to give it the list of pictures, which is going to be the product key, right? It's a key, it's a dictionary. Each product is a dictionary product with a key of pictures, and this is going to be a list, right? So now we're going to have a list of all the pictures. So do I need to? Oh, I got another question. I've got another question for you. All right, let's go ahead and think about this. Now, Depop is already having the images saved on their server. Why not just leave it there? I have the link to it that I've taken out with the mediaphotos.depop.com, right? Why not just leave it there and just save the link there, and then write a script to when I actually want to get the image to go ahead and get it, rather than saving it to my thing. Now, I guess for my purposes, if I'm going to try to redisplay these images to my website to then feed traffic back to the Depop for checkouts, I would need the images saved on my server, because I can't actually, I mean, I could just like be a middleman and just like back end their back end. Pause. That's gotta be a clip right there. I'm thinking longer for a better answer. Skid doesn't know. Back end their back end. What? Chill. GPT said chill, man. Oh my gosh, that is so brutal. Totally fair question. You've got 3 practical ways to handle Depop images, and each has trade-off. If you need to show the photos and send buyers to Depop, hop linking their CDN URLs usually works. But for reliability, speed, and control, the better long-term platform to store the Depop URLs in your database, plus proxy cache them on your server, or serve your own copies to your site. And serve your own copies.
Tim says let's keep this PG, Mike.
Tim, you're one to talk. Tim always got his mind in the gutter. Alright. Option A, hot link. Use Depop's URL directly. Zero storage, zero processing, fast build. You built on Depop's global CDN. Fragility. URLs can change. Listing can be deleted. Hot link production can be enabled. Option B, server proxy. You don't store, you stream. Your site requests image. Your backend fetches this and streams it back. Alright, whatever. We could try to optimize it later. Okay, parse images. Okay, so we're gonna write this function. Def parse images. I'm stalling. I gotta just get this over with. Images, which is a list of dictionaries. Right? We're going to return back a list of strings. Right? So, parse images, a list of strings. Okay. Okay, so we have this we're gonna do for I and IMG dictionary in images, or we'll say pictures rather, right? Okay, for picture dictionary.
Ankit says, hey group.
Yo, Ankit! What is on my leg?
Ankit says, how is going?
I swear there was a bug on my leg. I swear there was a bug on my leg. Oh yeah, I see you, Songo. Yeah, get out of here. Come around these parts. Mosquito. I see you down there just munching on my leg. No wonder. I got this fat bite on my ankle. You having a dinner time down there? Not on my
Ankit
not
says, well,
on
are
my
you learning
watch.
BTW?
Not on my watch.
Tim says, get the shotgun.
Alright, so we're going to enumerate pictures. We're going to say
5 Ilvia says, I wanna see.
the ankles. That's
Five
that's
Ilvia
that's
says,
gotta be
is that
for
a cat?
that's gotta be the after hour stream. Cat, where's Kitty at? Kitty, where's Kitty? Come on, she'll come in here. My dog will come over though. She wants some love. Hello, I'll give you love all day long. All right, come on, you're distracting me. Okay, so for I in picture dict and enumerate pictures, right? We're going to say okay. Okay, so I have a question. I have another question. Is it more memory to save a binary version of a picture versus an actual JPEG or image? Or is it a dumb question and are they one of the same, meaning that the computer or your operating system writes them when you open them and has its own function for writing images when you need them? Or are they actually like a chunk of saved colored pixels that is then moved around and the zeros and ones are gone? technically. They're still there because you can obviously go through pixel by pixel if you know the dimensions and get the color value and determine whatever, but you know what I mean. We're learning here. We're learning. We got the questions. We got good questions. That's not a dumb question at all. Gassing me up. Let's go. It's actually a really good one because it gets at the difference between raw pixel data in memory versus encoded image files on disk. Let's break it down. On disk, JPEG / PNG, etc. When you save an image as a JPEG, PNG, and you have a disk and a compressed and encoded representation of the image, JPEG uses lossless compression, removes data from your eye won't likely notice. PNG uses lossless compression, keeps all pixel data, but compresses repeated patterns efficiently. Oh shoot, I forgot about that. I think I've been using the wrong stuff in my thumbnails, and maybe that's why they don't look as crisp on YouTube. These files are just binary data stored in structured format that your operating system and image libraries know how to interpret. In memory, after loading the image, when your program or operating system loads the JPEG, it has to decode it back to raw pixel values. A raw pixel buffer is essentially a giant matrix, height, width, channels. Example is this image equals to this with 3 bytes is 3.5 megabits bytes in memory. Is it megabytes or megabits? Bytes, capital B, or bits in memory. Even if the JPEG file is only 300 kilo, capital B, we'll find out. Kilobytes, I think it's kilobytes. The compression is undone in memory, so the system can actually display, edit, or process the image. JPEG, PNG, compression in binary format, efficient, small size, not directly usable until decoded. So these are already JPEGs. Okay. So let's just do this. So picturedict.get. We're gonna get the key of 1280, right? Or none. So I'll say picture is equal to none. Picture.get what am I doing? Picture is equal to this. It'll either be none, right? If you get none here, we'll have a backup. So picture if picture is none, right, then we're gonna go picture equals to picture.get. We'll try to get the 960 one, the next guy. That's none. And then I guess we'll say sizes is equal to this. And what we'll do is we'll just go like this, 1280. We'll make this easy on ourselves. 1280, 960, 640, 640, 480, 120. What am I doing? 210. 150. Okay. So I'll say picture is equal to none out front, and I'll say while picture is none. Right, we're going to continually update picture and get we'll say size is equal to, actually we could just say for J in the length of sizes, right?
Eduardo says, Depop Parser.
Depop Parser.
Harry says, hello Michael.
Hey Harry, how's it going? Hey Eduardo. Alright, so Aurora back? Hey, Aurora, what's going on, dude? Welcome back. Okay, so for J in the length of sizes, we're going to say picture equals to picture dictionary.get sizes index of J, right? Else none. And we'll say if picture is none, continue, else we're going to, if, so we'll say if picture not is not none, I guess, so if picture, then we'll break. Right, so if it's picture, else we'll just continue naturally through the length of sizes until we get a picture. If you don't get a picture still, so I'll say picture equal to none out front here. Right, and then we say if picture so if picture, we'll say picture found, we'll say print picture, J. Okay, so I'm going to go here and say n is equal to the length of sizes. You put n here. I'm going to say picture J of n parsed from so I'll say say m is equal to the length of the picture dict here. That was the length of pictures, sorry. And I'm going to say print f string m pictures found beginning starting parse. So okay. So I'll say parse pictures called. So parse pictures called here. So we'll say 10 pictures found, starting parse. For picture dictionary in the pictures, each picture set to none. We loop through the pictures throughout the sizes, referencing the sizes in each get call. And if we don't get the one we want up front, then we go down until we get one that we found. So I'm going to say parse picture one of say width size equals to I'll say this is going to be J parsed from parse successfully. Picture 1 of 6 part width size parse successfully. Break. Okay. Then if we go through, so if picture is none, right? We're going to print parse picture failed. No pictures parsed. If the picture remains none after we loop through all the pictures, this goes through each size of the one picture. So if we go through, if not parsed pictures here, then we're going to print this, right? Else we'll print, and then we're going to return parsed. We'll print parsed picture successful. We'll say length parsed pictures Okay, so we have a sizes, we have parsed pictures, we have the initial list length of how many pictures we're going to try to get out. Okay, so we say, okay, parsed pictures was called 5 pictures found, starting parse. For every picture dictionary that's in the pictures, we're going to go through, set picture to none, and get the length of sizes. So I'll set length of sizes outside here. Okay, we have picture none. For every picture index in the length of our size, or for every size in sizes, right? We're going to call picture.get that size. And if we return back the picture, I'll say link, right? So picture link. Okay, so then we're going to say and then return parse pictures here. So we don't need that. We can just say else return first picture. Because it'll be empty, right? Which is a list of strings, which are the links to all the pictures at 1280 at their size. Okay, so now in here, that's going to be given here. Now, okay, so let's see if that works, I guess. Unexpected keyword argument images. Products. Okay, so there's this guy here. Good. So let me just change this to go Depop ID. Let's just go up here. Picture 07. sorry, so say M there. Picture J. Oh. So J is the let's try it. Still getting the 0, 0, 3. Size. Oh, not J. Whoops. So J, 0 of parse successfully. It should say I here, and this should say sizes index of J. Right, so I should be here, picture of I, because I references the picture count, and J represents the size iterations. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nice, nice. Okay, so cool. Now we have return parse pictures. Parsed pictures, not parse pictures. Return parsed pictures. I'm not trying to return. Okay, it's failing sometimes. So, parse picture called to picture must rank parse. Successful, successful, successful. Oh, I'm not adding anything to parse pictures. Okay, I'm going to parsed pictures dot append. Come on, parsed.
Preyong says, you not append link in parse picture.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You beat me to it. Okay, there we go. Nice. Parse pictures, three pictures parsed, 5 parsed. All right. Sweet. Nice. Okay, now we got the image links. So what we're gonna do quickly is we're gonna write another function. What do you know? So this returns. So let me run the full scraper here with the full run here and see if we get the images as the listing links, or as the links in the list of the pictures in the objects in the JSON. Now it'll save, right? Let's see if it happens. Woo, look at that script running. We're hacking the mainframe. All right, so product saved, and yes, look at that. Let's go. Now watch this too. So if I'll mimic what the system will already have in place, so watch this. So let's say the system will already have a title. Like we'll have, when we buy an item, we'll have given these information into the insertion mechanism that we'll make for the product, right? And so it'll have this information. So it'll say this will be title, available, sub price. So this will be null because Depop doesn't know our sold price from Depop yet. It doesn't know our total price yet, right? Cost of goods, that will be, like, let's say $10. We'll have inputted that, right? We'll have inputted how much we got it cost. We'll have a size, right? We'll have a condition. We'll have a brand. right? We'll have a description, we'll say. We have a clothing type, let's say is a shirt, right? We have a BRC ID, this will be null, right? Anything to do with the Depop before we scrape, this is like mimicking before we do a scrape. So as we insert an item for the first time, before we scrape, it'll have all this information filled in, but nothing for the Depop, so the slug will be none. Sold price is false, that'll stay false. Source, this, let's say it'll have this, goodwill. Acquisition date will be 08/20/2025. We're going to copy this for the list date as well. And the sold date that is null because it's not sold. Sold platform, it's not sold. Pictures, these will be empty. And Depop description is null for now. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with this guy. Because I might have like, you'll put a description of the item here, and then I might generate a Depop description, which will be like of this format. But actually I don't really need to generate a Depop description because all I need to have in the Depop description is just item number, that's the Birdie Rose Clothes ID, to link the Depop listing to our database as kind of like that SQL key almost. We're kind of mimicking that kind of same kind of functionality. Okay, so now if I run this, right, it should not override our things back to null and whatnot. It should keep our title, our stat, but it should add subprice. It should keep cost. It should keep. It should keep this. It should keep this. It should keep this. It should add these. It should keep these. And then it should add pictures. Ready? Let's run. Come on, give me some ones in the chat if you think it's gonna work. Zeros if you don't think it's gonna work. Ones and zeros. No one in chat. Crickets. Come on. Yes. All right, so our title stayed. That came. We got these two. That stayed. That stayed. That stayed. That stayed. Got it. Stayed. Stayed. Got it. Got it. Updated. Right, because this gets updated based on Depop. Stayed. 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 And these got updated from Depop, so they're still null. No sold date. Or we have to implement these if we need to figure that out. We haven't done like the sold versus available functionality yet. We're just kind of doing all of the item gathering, and then we'll divvy them up from there. And then we got the pictures. Yes. Okay. All right. Now, this is what we're gonna do. We're going to go like this. We're going to write a new function called def. Download image or picture, right? Yes, and then we're going to be given the picture link, which is going to be a string, and you're going to return a bool, true or false, if you downloaded it, yes or no, or maybe not. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say picture is equal to request .get, we're going to get the picture link. Right? So that's all you have to do. print picture. I want to see what happens here. Okay. So we have parse pictures. We get a picture link. We append it. And then we go download picture. We'll say if download picture given the picture link equals the picture link. Right, and then we'll put in here a download boolean which defaults to false. But I'm going to say download pictures, download equals true. Right? Let's see what happens. Should be async. I don't think so. If download, so I say download equals to true. Oh, hold up. Parse pictures. Whoops. Oh, yeah. If download, then you call parse pictures here. So parse pictures here, download equals true. All right, response 200, which I think is successful. So I'm gonna print picture dot JSON.
Ray says hello Mike and everyone.
Yo! Car picture.json. Oh, iterator. Let's see what the line looks like. Aha! There we go. Oh, okay, we're getting all the binary data. Let's see what that's what it's looking for. Nice. Okay. So I'll say picture dot. So this is iter lines, iter content. Iterates over the response data. Chunk size must be type int or none. So I'll do chunk size. Chunk size, none. Stream. False. Binary, pick binary. So an iterator. So I have to say like with open. Okay, so I'm gonna give download picture. I'm going to give a picture final file name. Okay, so with open, we're gonna open the final file name. We'll open up the final file name .jpg in read binary mode, right, as file. We're going to say file.write pick bin, and then we're going to say Okay, so this opens this file and writes this file. Now, save path is equal to this current directory slash pictures slash, so if I say on my server, I'm going to open up a new directory called pictures, product, pictures, right, so we product pictures, so what we'll do is we'll with open save path plus the final product name is string .jpg, right binary, write the picture. Final file name. Okay. So we're gonna write pictures here. So the file name is going to be, so I'm doing parse
Mike says,
pictures.
why not try Excel?
So the file name, right, because we're doing this here, parse pictures. So can I pass in product ID? Okay, let me take this. Out. Go here, go BRC ID equals to this. Place this back into here, pass this into parse pictures. I'm going to say BRC ID equals to BRC ID. And then in parse pictures, I'll add that here. So you have to provide the BRC ID to give in parse pictures, right? Which is defaults to quote default, we'll say so then we'll say BRC ID we will place, when we say download pictures given the picture link, we need to say the final file name equals to BRC ID here. I'm going to say, I'm just going to pass in the BRC ID that relates to this picture. And I'm going to put BRC ID here as well as here. And you're going to save it plus, I'll say picture index is going to be an int. We're going to stir picture index. We're going to do plus quote underscore quote. So the save path slash BRC ID string underscore picture index. Cool. So the parse pictures is running download pictures with BRC ID here, and then picture index equals to I. Stream. So this will return an iterator of the content. I'm curious. I've never really written binary before. I don't want iter content, right? You don't want iter content here unless you specifically want to stream the download into chunks for use of for those product images. Oh, so I can just use. Oh, so you can just do picture.content. Ah, there's an attribute in the request object of content. Got you. Is there anything? Okay, so let's see here. No. Cannot concatenate, stir, and none type. So save path is none.
Anakit says, Michael Deming, can I ask how many times in the first 6 months you felt like giving up?
Scraping OF videos? Come on, bro! What do I look like? I'm not that big of a programming degen. That is so brutal. Scraping OF videos.
It gets hard sometimes.
Yeah, for my Discord, link down below. Come on. Hey, we're 4 subs away from 2,900. Let's hit 2,900 tonight, yo. I'm around 4 months into web dev, and it gets hard sometimes. Dude, let me tell you, you'll have to go back to some of my streams. You'll have to go back to some of my streams and watch me try to learn recursion. We're still trying. Let me tell you, we're still trying. I probably got 7, 8, maximum 10 hours of recursion studying so far, and it still hasn't hit home sometimes. So, let me tell you, dude, it's and programming is just so vast that I really try to cut myself some slack. It's just so big. Pause. Okay, so can only concatenate stir, so save path is none.
Anakut says I haven't even started DSA yet. Anicut says it's gonna be hell.
Can only concatenate stir, not none type to stir.
Mike says how I learned it the best way, making myself figure out doing fig or doing the factorial problem, man.
Okay, let's just print Picbin here. See what we get.
Mike says because you know how it will go in your head, so then you can put it together and learn the concept.
Okay, so I think these have to be async. With, I don't think you have to wait that. So does parse pictures also have to be? I think so. Well, I'm not awaiting any calls. I don't think so. Go, let's go. Yo, Etiquette! Thanks for the follow on Twitch, dude.
Says, I am here now.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your follow on Twitch. Yeah, we're 4 subs away on YouTube here. 4 away. We're going to do a Counter-Strike stream at 3,000 where I'm going to do a case opening of 30 cases. And we're going to give away some skins that we get. So make sure if you guys want to be here for our Counter-Strike stream. My premier rank is 15,000. So I haven't played in a week though. So I am. My first Counter-Strike stream was so bad, dude. I was trying to figure out the stream. I was half playing. But when I'm in the zone, I got warmed up. I'm pretty decent, hopefully. No, I say that now, and I do some pretty noob plays sometimes. But 15K is not bad. I'm shooting for, my goal is 17,000. I want to get the red or the purple or whatever. I want to get out of the blue. Okay, so this is, oh, it's going to do all of them at once, huh? Okay, let's see here. Let's see what happens if you let the whole thing run.
Anika Kumar 5155 says commands. Anika Kumar 5155 says command. Anika Kumar 5155 says help. Anika Kumar 5155 says no commands?
Nah, I don't. We're not a pro streamer. This is a lo-fi rig here. We got set up here. We keep this personal. If you want to know something, you gotta ask. Okay, so this is not working. Ugh. Let's try that.
Anika Kumar 5155 says just a pro coder right now, LMAO.
Pro coder, no way. I wish. Let me go like this. Let's try this. am I doing? I don't see it.
Anikud says, can I share my project just to share when it's complete?
Yeah, go for it, dude. I have a Discord link down below where you can join and get access to my entire roadmap of learning resources for free. Every book I've read, notes I've taken, ask questions. We talk about stocks in there too.
Anikud Kumar 5155
there's
says,
a
I am building an Insta clone.
There's a project showcase in there you can post to. Why isn't this working? Stock content. We're not even printing the pick bin. What?
Anikud Kumar 5155 says no web dev community?
Download picture. So come on. I'm gonna go here and say print. Here. Never taking place.
Controller says, "Hello Michael, hope you are doing well. I love
Hey!
your streams. Just a question. Do you know C++ or any other programming language other than Python?"
No, I'm a slithery snake right now. I'm only a Python guy, but I do want to pick up a C++ book and start reading it soon. I'm hoping probably the end of summer is when I'm gonna maybe dive into learning about some C++. Because I feel like it kind of can help kind of be a good transition, C++ and Python. I think that like working in pair with those two languages on a higher level and a lower level kind of pairing, I guess, would be, I don't know. I'm gonna do some research though. Not set.
Anicut says he knows only Python but is good enough to scrape entire up.
Can only concatenate stir, not set to stir. What? Set? String? Particular clause ID is not a set. I want to see. Ah. It's literally just that? Come on. Control it. No such file directory. We got the file not found. Okay, good. Okay, we got it. So then, except for now, we're not going to catch the file not found. We're just going to write this and see what happens. No such file directory found not found still. I thought it creates. The file if it's not there. I thought write mode writes. I thought
on line 166 BRCI is receiving BRCI. It's supposed to be like this?
Why can't I open up? Ah, we got through it that time. It just has to be there. I'm getting tired. My brain's slowing down. It's time to really slow down because it was opening up the same file and reading and writing and reading and writing and reading and writing and reading and writing it over and over and over again. Alright, we got into the directory now. Good. So let's just delete this crap. I suck at file pathing so bad, dude. So the save path plus the brc, the underscore, stir JPEG, write binary, and write that file. Alright, here we go. Show me the money. Oh crap. Ready? Alright, let's take a poll. You guys think it's gonna work? Hit me with a 1 in chat. If you guys think it's not gonna work, hit me with a 0. Oh, can't even get through. No. I can't stir and not type.
Mike says 1.
Sorry to disappoint, dude.
Slow says 1. Mike says, I had faith, man.
If I had channel bits to like bet on, you guys would get bankrupt. Okay, so why am I getting this none type? I don't understand. I'm trying to learn. There are two separate issues. I mean, safe path was none in Python first. Maybe let's go like this. Let's go this, 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 this. Oh, let's go. Oh, shoot. Yeah! Let's go. Let's go. You guys gotta leave a like for that one. Come on, if you guys aren't subbed, please check if you aren't subbed. We're 4 subs away from 2,900. We got images. Look at us, back end boys. Back end boys. Pause. Oh, major pause. Major pause. Let's go. All right. Whoa, chill.
Mike says that counts, bro.
What my girlfriend posting? Little try on pic, y'all lucky. Give you guys little sneak peeks. All right, nice. Now, should I nest this directory even further? Should I like go by ID, make a directory for the ID? Or just a one massive directory? Let's see, delete. Okay, so let's go save path.
Mike says encoding man and flipping to chat, so your secrets are safe.
No, it wasn't anything. It was just pick a like a nightgown blouse kind of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna insert into here BRC ID, and I'm going to go thanks for the follow on Twitch, Legal Aliens. Gee, thank you. I appreciate you on the Twitch. If you're not following on the YouTube, we're 4 subs away from 2,900. We are 4 subs away. T minus 4 subs.
What does the parser do?
Well, what does the parser do? Well, you're in luck. We just completed basically a huge feature of it. You go through, you scroll. Oh no.
Legalinsk says, I got you.
Okay, so you can't double nest. I wonder. Can I double nest like I am right now for multi-dirt? Okay, so it can't make a directory. Got you. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly write in here a thing though. So when we're creating the image parser here, we'll say if brcid is none, we're going to continue. We're not going to create a product. So then what I can do here is I'll write out we're going to get rid of this. Get rid of this. We should only have the 6 product with Birdie Rose Clothes IDs in them and their images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dude, I'm a freaking python, bro. Come on. Hey, 3 subs away. 3 subs away. 3, my lord. 3. First one to tell me what that line is from, I will follow you back on YouTube. If I can here. If it lets me. 3, my lord. Number 3. Number 3, my lord. The Twitch has an advantage. They have no lag. So I wrote this in here. Nice. Let's go. Woo! Depop scraper. Nice. Okay, so
Like says, where's the error handling?
Error handling. Which ones? We're not getting any errors. On here? I'm not handling the error. I want it to be thrown. I want to catch it because I want to deal with it if it breaks. In my thing here. say brcid underscore picture index downloaded to product pictures. Okay. Why is database not in server? Server slash database dot JSON.
Legalalinsk says your if not parsed pictures better suited for a try and except that way you catch error if some fail but others continue.
If not parsed pictures. I'm not trying to catch an error here, though. I think you're wrong. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say you're wrong. I'm just checking if there's any pictures within this empty list or not. Now, if I was indexing into this pictures unknowingly, guessing if there's values in there, then I would need to catch the index error if thrown. But I'm just checking to make sure pictures is not none. Unless there's a different context you're inferring about.
Legalalinsk says fair.
Sweet. We're in agreement then. Nice, nice. Okay, we should be getting all images here, and database JSON is in the server now. Yes, it is. Nice, and we got all okay, we got all the images with, okay, now we're not getting all of them, right, because I only have the first 6 products out of all of the products listed right now with the certain conditions met to make this work. So you have to have the Birdie Rose Clothes, our internal ID number, within the description of the item so I can parse it and link it back to the system via kind of like a SQL key across multiple tables in their schema, right? So
Aurora Zir says it's always helpful to handle possible issues with file I/O. It doesn't have to be silent handling.
yeah, for sure. I wanted to I wanted it to get thrown though because I wanted to make sure I was getting my path here. Now, if we want to deal with something to do with this later, like import OS, if we want to like if we want to make this so other people can use it, right? We're gonna have to use like op OS and do kind of detection, right? Because I don't know, I have to do some more research on like absolute and relative pathing with projects that aren't your own. Like I really I need to do some more research about that because you'd have to detect the path of the directory of the project itself in the system to know where it's at. Or maybe Python would automatically detect, okay, this is itself, right? And then it would reference like it's currently doing here. It's referencing the server within the parent directory Birdie Rose Clothes, right? So I need to ask some questions along those lines. Sweet. Nice. I'm so stoked with that. Let's go. Now, I might add another feature to where we create a directory for every new file name, and so you have a directory within directories, so it's a little bit more organized rather than just all of the images, just like hundreds of them. We instead have a directory for each product with all of the images inside from there. So that might be a little bit more stable or whatnot, but oh well. I think it's fun. What do you guys think? You guys like it so far? So what are we doing? all in all, well, we successfully open up a browser. We scroll down across the entire home page of the Depop, right? We then check the network responses that are being sent and triggered upon our scrolls for lazily loaded items. We intercept that response. We extract the JSON out, which contains all of the product information. Um, and then we go in through the product. We extract out of the JSON the product information, creating our product objects, right? Creating our product objects. We go through the description to extract out the Birdie Rose Close ID to tie that Depop listing to our actual database, right? And then we update all of the products in the database with the information that was scraped from Depop. So as you can see, we have match product from the database is being updated for the values of the sub price, total price, Depop ID, the slug or the URL, the sold status, the status of the item, um, right, that was given, the product sold state, the product sold platform, and product pictures as well. So we're scraping the Depop and overwriting the information to the tied product in the database with what was scraped from the Depop, matching it up via that Birdie Rose Close ID linkage, which is pretty cool. And then we are saving that, we're appending those values the ones that we matched, and saving those just for testing purposes right now. So now we're only doing the first six because I wrote in here, right, that you have to have a Birdie Rose Close ID in order to actually make a product. So only the first six are first testers, right? We don't want to do across 200, it'd be too much to test on. So our first six products have these IDs in the descriptions, and so we are successfully getting them out. As you can see in our database.json, that's empty. Why does it do this? See, here it says with open and it can save it. Oh, it does save it into server, but no products were found. Oh yeah, because nothing was printed. Save products testers. So the length of Depop listings, we're not getting any Depop listings. Why? Found 0 of 6 current, found 0 new listings. Huh. What happened? Oh. We got product pictures, so we're getting the products. Let's print Depop listings here and see if we get any at the very end. Depop listing, save product testers. Okay, why won't this work? So I'm really confused. Oh. Print. I'll fix this bug and then we can call it. Oh, because testers is empty. I'm a pity. Testers.
Parser says what's next after images?
I think it's website time, yeah? Ah.
Panva says, how's it going?
Okay, I think I know what's happening. Okay, so we're saying testers is empty because there is no match product from the database because loaded product is empty. Right? So we need to save a list comprehension or save.
Canva says, oh, your West Coast as well, me too.
A list of products. So we'll say Depop listings dot values.
Jay says, what are you doing?
Parsing Depop right now on our page, extracting out all of the information and images and everything automatically and syncing it up to a database. There we go. Nice, I fixed it. We got all the images? Yes, we do. So let me go ahead.
Slow says, Cali gang.
Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's bring that back. Let's say that these items aren't made yet. Or they will technically be, right? So let's just, let's delete this. Okay, and we should run. And this is gonna give us, for our 6 testers, our first 6 items, this is going to give us all of the 6 items pictures and all of the 6 items information extracted out that it can. It'll override the Depop values from the database, but retain the values that are not related to the Depop scrape. Boom, here's all the images, yep. And then we got Depop database, there they are. Yes! Let's go. Oh, but the thing is, we have one last thing. We have one last thing. Oh no, well.
Jay says, how many years are you in programming?
Just one. I teach myself on the stream every single day around 7 p.m. PST. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry. Graduated at the end of 2021, and I work as a professional formulation chemist for a biotech company where I make and manufacture biological controls for them. We're 3 subs away from 2,900, so sub along, guys. At 3,000, we're going to have a Counter-Strike stream where we're going to play a couple games of Counter-Strike and open up some cases and give away some skins. So make sure you guys sub along here. Yeah, I've been teaching myself programming after every single day after my 9-to-5 job for the past year. And so we've been quite the grind here, you guys. We put in tons of hours. You can go back on my channel and scroll on my stream tab, on my lives tab, and it'll scroll for forever because we have over like probably, now I haven't done 365 streams because I started the channel in September, August of well, actually it's been a year actually coming up. So, but I didn't start doing daily streams until like November-ish. So, but I did do just some double streams, so we probably have, I'd say, over close to 250. Over 250 is my guess, 250 live streams so far on the channel, with probably a mix of, I'd say, 25 videos. The videos are like where problem breakdowns from Python Crash Course, which is the book that first got us into Python. I go back through and solve the beginner problems for you guys to follow along to, and for you guys, re-uploads of my streams for the watch-alongs for our courses that we're taking, such as at MIT or CS50X or CS50. We re-upload our lecture kind of reactions that we watch, so you can watch those lectures again with us or with me live. I do project showcases. I want to do like updates where I do like, monthly updates, but honestly, I don't have the time between streaming and full-time work. Really takes it doesn't leave a lot left to make videos. Vancouver. Nice,
Canva
Canva.
says Cali is so much nicer. I visit every year.
Nice. Yeah, I'm in the SF Bay area. Thanks for 2 subs away. 2 subs away from 2,900. Can we hit 2,900 before the end of the night? All right, you guys, we successfully scraped Depop. We are the Depop scraper. Woohoo! Nice. We are the Depop scraper. Feels real good. So we successfully, what we're doing is we're scrolling on the page automatically, which will lazily load all of the products to the page. We then extract out from the page by intercepting the network response from Depop server to the to the front end. So we intercept that network response, which is a JSON object. We then unpackage the JSON and create a product object that I have created with Python classes. And then we go ahead and we extract out the images from that JSON response, go actually and download the image and write from binary to into our system, and we link that product with its Birdie Rose ID that's parsed out from the description of the Depop listing to our database, right, via that ID tag. And so we can, and then we update the Depop information to the database. So we just basically update and just populate all of that Depop information from in case like it's sold, right? If it goes from, if we scrape today and then tomorrow it's sold, right, then it'll get all of that information, that it's sold, that it's no longer available, that it and whatnot. So we could potentially also write in some potentially if we can get more information like the price it's sold for, and maybe like a shipping or something, we could really expand this out. Hey, we're one sub away from 2,900. Can we hit it here before I sign off?
Slow says Depop.
Depop. All right, let's push this up. I'm gonna say working POC Depop scraper. Depop product parser. Working proof of concept Depop product parser. Nice. All right. Feels good. Feels real good. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being. Hey, we lost this up. We're going back down. No! You! I'll get you. Hey, we're back up. Hey, you guys. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow around 7 p.m. PST, like usual, where I'll continue on with programming. Because we finished this portion of the project, I'll probably jump back over to MIT 60002, Introduction to Computational Thinking in Data Science. We are a little over halfway done with that course, so we will go ahead and continue on with that course. I think we're on problem set 3, so we need to complete problem set 3 before
Rishabh says and watching you.
Nice. We need to complete problem set 4 before we can move on to the next lecture, or I think we watch the next lecture and then do problem set 4 right after. So either one, but it's getting into Monte Carlo simulations, it's getting into confidence intervals, a lot of statistics related stuff like computational thinking and statistics, algorithm, kind of tying all that type of dynamism together. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here, but this was awesome. We have successfully got all of the information from Depop. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening, and make sure you subscribe. Join my Discord, link down below. It has a complete compilation of all of my learning resources from every note, book, course, personal thought, stocks, everything. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.